Hello there, this is Unami. We are on day 29 of our dive into Proverbs. I just wanted to share a few verses that stood out for me, beginning with verse 11, which says, "Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end." Like many verses in the book of Proverbs, this verse is contrasting wise ways of doing things to foolish ways of doing things. And in this verse, we're talking about emotion, specifically rage, which is extreme anger. Verse 22, on the other hand, says, "An angry person stirs up conflict, and a hot-tempered person commits many sins." So we can see from both these verses that there is something unwise about letting your anger take over, letting your anger overcome you. I don't think it's saying anything about expressing emotions being wrong. We all feel angry, but it's about what do you do with that anger? Do you let it get out of control? So in verse 11, it says that a fool is one who gives full vent to that rage. So you might feel angry, you might actually feel rage, but giving it full vent means you are allowing it to just go. You are not in any way controlling it. And the problem with that is what is said in verse 22, that a hot-tempered person commits many sins. When you let your anger take over, when you let that rage just go without controlling it, it will lead you to commit many sins, because it's going to cause you to do things that are damaging to other people, because you don't care, essentially. You're feeling what you're feeling, and you've decided that you have every right to express that emotion. You know, one term that we hear a lot, especially in the world of psychology, is this idea of emotion regulation, and how important it is to be able to regulate your emotion, whether you're talking extreme anger or extreme excitement. Either way, you need to be able to regulate your emotion, because it can actually take over. It's understandable in children, right? Young kids in particular, when they get really angry, they haven't learned how to control that emotion. But sometimes it happens even with adults. We get so angry and we're not able to control that, and so we act on that. We say things that we really shouldn't say. We do things that we really shouldn't do, and then at the end of it all, we've caused all this damage because we couldn't control our emotion, and then we apologize. And the problem is, when you are over that rage and you apologize, you've gotten that out of your system, but the people that were damaged in the process are still damaged regardless of your apology. So it's really important to be able to monitor how you express your emotions. If you know that, you have a hot temper, or you're short fuse, you just don't know how to control your anger. Once you get angry, that's it. People should just get out of your way. If you know that's how you are, then it is upon you, it is your responsibility, it is my responsibility to take the necessary steps to sort that out. Get the help that you need. Find someone or some program that's going to help you. But I think, of all the programs that we can look for, all the advice we can get around managing our emotions, I think the most important thing is being able to take that to God and ask Him to work that in you. And it might take time. It's not just going to happen overnight. It can with God, because anything is possible with God, but you still have a role to play. So what are we saying? The wise thing is to be someone who at the end brings calm to a situation. I would rather be around a calm person than around somebody who's not able to control extreme rage. Thank you. So the other verse I wanted to have a look at is verse 17, which says, "Discipline your children and they will give you peace. They will bring you the delights you desire." So what we're hearing here is it's important to discipline your children. But we're also hearing that as you discipline your children, there will be a reward because you will get peace. Meaning, when you don't discipline your children, the result will be the opposite of peace. There will be chaos. There will be instability, right? You're not going to get peace if you don't discipline your children. Now, this is a very interesting topic for me, discipline, because it's something that I've always found challenging. I think with my own children, I tried when they were young to discipline. I still continue to discipline, but over the years I've found it more and more challenging because I've realized, when you have children, each child has got their own personality. Each child responds to discipline differently. So wisdom would say that you need to be able to work out what works for your children in order to discipline them in a way that's going to not just make sense to them, but it's actually going to produce the results that you're looking for. Sometimes you go to discipline your children and you get nothing. The discipline you're implementing, you think is the right thing, but the behavior still continues. And sometimes it can be challenging. You're just scratching your head. You're thinking, I've done what I know to do, or I've done what I've done with all the other children, but this doesn't seem to be working. It's because the wise thing is to understand that people are different, children are different. So the way that you approach them in discipline has to be different as well. So, there's a lot in chapter 29 that I hope you can go and explore for yourself. But those 3 verses stood out for me. I hope you've been enjoying our going through the book of Proverbs. There's only a few days left, 2 days left, but thank you for tuning in. We're looking forward to seeing your comments and hearing what you have to say about the book of Proverbs and what you're learning. So thank you for your time, and bye for now.